Sitting right behind me is a Fiat 125. It's a bit of a diamond in the rough and we're trying to get it going so we can find a new home for it. We have been given 30 plus cars. Some of them are well past their use by date and are only worth the scrap metal value. Some of them are kind of like mid-90s, just plain Jane cars that we might be able to do something with. Some of them are perfect little platforms for some budget motorsport. And then in amongst it is this little Fiat 125. It's a bit of a diamond in the rough. Now, I didn't know much about this car when I first saw it, but I did some research and these were actually a really good car back in the day. They took on Mount Panorama and in 1969, I think it was, they came second behind the Mini Coopers. And for a vehicle of its time, they were quite well equipped. They come with a dual overhead cam, 1.6 litre inline 4-cylinder engine. They had disc brakes all round and lots of little mod cons in it. This little Fiat is too good to send off to the scrapping yard or part out. For the most part, it's a complete car. It does have some rust issues. I haven't had a good look at it yet, but my plan here is to get it running, get it driving, and then I want to donate this to someone. So we're going to pop a little code word throughout this episode. When you hear that code word, email us at contact@realsteelrescue.com.au, and this little Fiat could be yours for absolutely nothing, because we are all about getting people out into the shed, learning new skills, hanging out with their mates whilst tinkering on old cars. So let's grab some tools, get into it and see if we can get it started. Well, as you can see, the little Fiat has got lots of spare parts with it, and whoever's pulled it apart has left lots of notes. There's even a little note on a cable in the back of the boot there that basically tells you where it goes and what's it for, and it's in a little Ziploc bag so it's still legible. So what I'm seeing so far is there's a little bit of rust in the sills, there's a little bit of rust on the body and the bottom of the doors, but for the most part it actually looks like a pretty solid little car. So let's see if we can pop the bonnet and have a look under the hood. I just got to figure out how to pop the bonnet on it. Oh, don't even need to do that, it's already popped. So here we are in the engine bay of our Fiat 125, and I must say it's actually pretty cool to tinker with something a bit different, and I've not really had a lot to do with these cars, and I don't think as in Australia we had a great deal to do with Fiat. I know they were here and you know, they were racing at Bathurst and things like that, but the more modern sort of younger people probably have never really come across the older cars like this. Straight away, there are things on this that are actually pretty cool. Like it's a twin overhead cam engine. Apparently back in the day, these things were a bit of a weapon. It's, you know, vacuum assisted brakes. It's got, even just looking at the coolant over there, that's still green and got coolant in it. So this car's actually been really well looked after before it was parked up. And if you are looking for a cool, unique, friendly restoration that does have its issues, like it does need some rust repairs and things like that, but this would be a perfect little starting spot. And the beauty of it is whoever's pulled it apart, they've left all these little notes zip tied everywhere. So there's one just here in the engine bay in a little bag. It's talking about the magnetifier for the clutch fan, whatever that is. That's what that wire is. There's another one I can see just over here. There's another one actually bolted down to the washer motor, wiper motor here. So this would be a cool little car if you've never really restored anything, or if you're a Fiat fan. to learn how to do some panel repairs, you know, and that sort of stuff. So we want to find a home for this car. We want someone to have this car in their shed. We're not going to charge you for it. We're going to give it away. So if you're thinking that this Fiat might be for you, keep watching, because there's going to be a code word in here, and then all you have to do is email us at contact@realsteelrescue.com.au, and then we'll see if we can find someone that would like this car in their garage. So let's grab the dipstick, check the oil. We'll rip this air cleaner out. We'll get rid of all this. Don't know what that is. What happened? I don't know. I've got to change the lights. Something happened. Whoa, he's chockers full of oil. What we're going to do is we'll see if we can key it, get some oil circulating, then we'll plug the coil pack back on and see if we can cap start it with a little bit of fuel just poured straight down the throat of the carby. And then if it coughs and sputters, we'll put some fuel in our little temporary tank and see if it runs. Oh, happy days. So we've turned the crank by hand. I've just keyed it for a fair bit then to get some oil going. Let's put a little bit of fuel down the carby and see if we can cap start it. Righto, we got no spark, so I'm gonna pop the distributor cap off and have a look to see what our points are doing. And the beauty is we've actually got spare sets of points in the weird serial killer suitcase that was in the back. So if the points are a bit buggered, we can just slap a new set in. So let's rip this off and see what it does. Okay, so we're slowly getting there. Now, I pulled the rotor button off just to check my points, and I actually noticed there was a little bit of brass sitting on top of the rotor button, which is up here. And on further inspection, the end of the rotor button has got the tiniest little bend in it. So what I did is I just went to the box, the suitcase we had in the back. I dug out a brand new rotor button, a brand new dizzy cap, and I've just wired it all up, and let's see what it does. Wow, it sounds like the dragon from Mordor. All right, let's see if we can tweak this a bit. This sounds better. Nah. It should run that long.
Yep. It seems like it's really retarded and it's firing at the bottom of the power stroke. That was what would caused that, because the exhaust valve's open.
Yeah. Tight. No, surely not.
Yeah.
Like the timing would be 180. No, see that's almost 180 there. Oh. Well, there you go. We finally got it running. And here's the thing, is that I timed it, I checked all the timing marks, and I was putting everything where I assumed they would be, but in this instance, the Dizzy, for some reason, was 180 degrees out, and it was literally just a matter of turning it, and she runs like a dream. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pack up my tools, put some air in the tyres, and see if I can get this thing to drive. It's getting close to the end of the day, but I reckon we can get this thing to move. So let's pack up and see if we can go for a drive. Righto, moment of truth. Let's see if we can get this thing to move. Ooh, it's willing. There we go. Whew. We've got no brakes though, but she drives. And the seat's not bolted in, so I have to kind of lean across a bit. And I can't drive it too long because the fan belt's not connected, but woo-hoo-hoo! Starting to burn the leaf litter. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our little Fiat 125. It runs, it drives, it stops a little bit, and it just took a little bit of thinking outside the box from a friend to actually figure out what was wrong with it. It was just, I was doing everything I was taught. Turns out it was backwards, because that's the Italians for you. So, as I've said in the past, we have been given this car, and it's too good of a car just to send off to the scrapyard. So if you're after a little project car, get in touch with us at Real Steel Rescue at contact@realsteelrescue.com.au, because we would love to see this little Fiat go to a new home and either a father-son project, or just get your mates around, have a work on it, have a yarn. It's a nice, cheap, easy car to work on. It's pretty cool in that it's the 1.6 twin cam, 4-wheel disc brakes, does have a little bit of Bathurst heritage with it. So it is definitely a car worth saving, except we've got too many projects on the go. If you want one, sing out. Until next time, ladies and gents, don't forget, keep it real. I'm gonna go pack up.